In the heart of Paris stands a fortress of culture, a temple of history, a palace guarded by centuries of pride, the Louvre Museum. It's a place long believed to be one of the safest structures in the world. But on a quiet October morning in 2025, that belief was shattered. In broad daylight, in front of thousands of tourists, with the world watching, the Louvre was robbed. This is the story of one of the most audacious cultural crimes in modern history. A robbery so calculated, so bold, that even Hollywood wouldn't dare script it. How did a team of just four men humiliate the most secure museum on the planet? What priceless treasures were taken? And who is behind the world's most shocking diamond heist? The date is October 19, 2025. It's 8:30 a.m. Paris time. The Louvre opens its magnificent doors, just like it does every single morning. Guards take their positions, their routines honed by years of practice. Tourists from every corner of the globe pour in, their faces filled with anticipation, ready to witness history. For 30 minutes, everything is calm, everything is normal. But across the Seine River, a truck slowly rolls toward the museum's sidewall. This isn't a delivery truck. It's not a renovation vehicle. It is a Trojan horse. On board are four men, disguised in plain sight, wearing construction vests, hard hats, and ski masks. Their target has been chosen. Their route has been meticulously mapped. Their escape has been rehearsed down to the second. Today, they are not here to work. They are here to steal history itself. Two of the men extend a mechanical lift from the truck, the kind you'd see moving furniture to high-rise apartments. They ascend silently, rising toward a balcony leading to one of the Louvre's crown jewels, the Gallery of Apollo. This is where France's royal treasures rest, where priceless diamonds shine under sacred light. It is where the nation keeps its royal legacy. But between them and the treasure is a formidable barrier, a wall of industrial-grade, bulletproof glass. For these thieves, it's just a temporary obstacle. One of them pulls out an industrial disc cutter. In a shower of sparks, the glass screams as a perfect circle is carved out of the pane. Within seconds, they slip through the opening, completely undetected. But as their feet touch the polished floor inside, an alarm finally breaks the silence. Tourists scream. Guards rush towards the sound, their radios crackling with panicked voices. Chaos spreads like wildfire through the hallowed halls of the museum. Yet the thieves, they remain unbothered, confident, ice-cold. They have a plan, and they're sticking to it. They have exactly 4 minutes inside. With brutal precision, the robbers smash through the display cases. Their target, the royal jewels of the 19th century. Interestingly, not the most valuable diamonds in the collection, but the most symbolic. These are pieces connected to emperors, to queens, to Napoleon's own bloodline. They know exactly what they want and, just as importantly, what to leave behind. 9 priceless artifacts are snatched, but in their haste, one is dropped. The 170-year-old crown of Empress Eugenie falls to the floor, scratched and damaged, left behind like a casualty of war. Having secured their loot, the thieves exit the same way they entered, back through the hole in the glass. They descend on the lift to 2 scooters waiting below. With engines roaring to life, they vanish into the dense Paris traffic. From their entry to their escape, the entire operation took just 8 minutes. The world's greatest museum, defeated in the time it takes to brew a cup of coffee. So let's take a closer look at what disappeared that day. Among the stolen treasures were a royal emerald tiara, Empress Eugenie's grand brooch, Empress Marie-Louise's emerald necklace and earring set, Queen Hortense's sapphire tiara, another stunning sapphire necklace and earring set, and a rare reliquary brooch. Every single piece was handmade. Every gemstone was historic. Every jewel was woven directly into the fabric of France's royal lineage, the financial value. If you were to melt them down for the raw stones and gold, you might get around to $1 million. But their cultural value, it's beyond measure. Easily over $1 billion, they are, simply put, irreplaceable. These jewels weren't just ornaments, they were symbols of empire. They were silent witnesses to coronations, wars, and revolutions, and now they are gone. The subsequent investigation revealed shocking truths that made this heist possible. It turned out that 1 in every 3 rooms in the Louvre had no CCTV coverage. The exterior cameras did not cover the balcony where the thieves made their entry. A local alarm system connected to that specific gallery had been broken for days and never repaired. And when the alarm finally did sound, the security reaction time was delayed and utterly confused. The Louvre, the supposed fortress of European culture, was left exposed like an amateur gallery. The museum's director immediately offered her resignation. It was refused, but the damage to its reputation was already done. People all over the world started asking a deeply unsettling question. If the Louvre isn't safe, what in the world is? This, of course, was not the first time art has bled inside the Louvre. In 1911, the Mona Lisa itself was stolen by a museum employee and was missing for 2 years. In 1976, King Charles X's ceremonial sword vanished without a trace. In 1998, a painting was stolen in broad daylight. And now 2025 adds another chapter to this legacy of audacious crime. History repeats itself, legends fall, and once again, the Louvre bleeds. Within hours of the robbery, French police launched a massive operation. Over 60 detectives were assigned to the case, a number that swelled to over 100 by the end of the week. Forensics teams scoured the abandoned helmets, gloves, and tool bags for any clue. They collected over 150 DNA samples from the scene. Days later, 2 suspects were arrested. One of them had a previous record for gold theft. But the jewels, they were still missing. This led to a storm of speculation. Were they stolen to order for a wealthy, anonymous collector? Were they smuggled onto the black market to be sold piecemeal? Had they already been dismantled, the historic settings destroyed, and the stones were cut to hide their identity? Or are they hidden somewhere, waiting for the heat to die down before they re-emerge? The truth lies somewhere in the shadows of Paris, and the clocks of justice are ticking very slowly. Experts in high-value crime are almost unanimous in their belief. This was not a random act. It wasn't the work of greedy amateurs or opportunistic thieves. This was a commissioned heist. Someone powerful wanted these specific jewels. Someone who knew the Louvre's layout intimately and its security weaknesses. Someone who knew what to ignore, like the 60 million euro Regent diamond, which was left untouched in its case just a few feet away. This points to a ghost in the world of high crime, a mastermind, a wealthy collector with a very specific shopping list, a descendant of a royal family trying to reclaim their heritage, a shadowy black market broker who orchestrates these heists for a living. With every passing day, the mystery only grows deeper. France mourned not the money that was lost, but the heritage that was stolen. Newspapers screamed with headlines of the national disgrace. Historians protested in the streets. Politicians demanded accountability. The shockwave was felt far beyond France. International museums looked inward, suddenly panicked. A chilling realization dawned. If the Louvre can fall, anyone can. Across Europe and the world, artifact security systems were urgently upgraded. Laser grids were recalibrated, bulletproof glass was replaced with even stronger materials. Advanced motion sensors were reinstalled, culture had been attacked, and the world was retaliating, reinforcing its fortresses against the next assault. Today, the Gallery of Apollo remains closed to the public. Investigators continue to chase shadows across continents. Interpol is scanning borders, ports, and auction houses for any sign of the stolen treasures. Some experts say the jewels will resurface in a few years, perhaps in a private collection. Others fear they will be melted down and lost to history forever. Some insist they already belong to a hidden collector, never to be seen again. And some believe this is only the beginning. A message has been sent to the criminal underworld. No treasure is untouchable. and criminals all over the world were listening. Civilizations are not ultimately judged by their buildings or their armies, but by the history they managed to keep safe. On that October morning, France did not just lose diamonds. It lost pieces of its soul, yet history has a funny way of fighting back. The hunt continues, justice inches closer, day by day. And one day, those jewels may shine again for the world to see. Until then, we remember, we learn. And we resolve to better protect the things that time cannot rebuild. This isn't just a story about a robbery. It is a warning. It is a stark reminder that even the greatest symbols of our culture are fragile, and that our shared history must always be guarded. Thank you for watching. If you found this story as fascinating as we did, please like, share, and subscribe for more incredible stories. And let us know in the comments, what do you think happened to the stolen jewels? We'll see you next time.